don't need the couch.
Yeah,
I need more space. I need more space for the other things that I have. I have shoes. I have big time shoes. Um,
you must
I'm a
have a
shoe
lot. You
collector.
must have a
I'm
lot
a
of
shoe.
shoes. Oh, you got a lot of shoes.
Huh?
You must have a lot of
Yes,
shoes.
I'm a shoe collector. Yes.
What kind of
I
shoes you
take my
collect?
shoes. I do everything. Jordans, Versace shoes, everything.
Oh wow, damn. Okay. How many pair of shoes you think you collected? You must need a lot of room. How many shoes you think you have?
Put it like this. I have one of the medium-sized storages, and half my shoes take up half my storage.
Just half of them.
hmm I
So,
have a rack of shoes.
but like
I'm a
how many?
shoe collector. I've been collecting shoes for like the last 20 years or something.
But how many do you think you have?
Like 200 or 300 or something like that, maybe more.
Get out of here. You serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Yeah. And what do you sell them or you just keep them?
I keep them.
Damn.
Sometimes I sell them. I have exclusive shoes depending on what people do for me. I might be like, here, take a pair of shoes, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Damn.
And they don't mind because I have so many, they look brand new.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. But I guess it had to be the right. Do you collect just different shoe sizes or just the ones that you can wear?
Just about all the shoes that I can wear.
Oh,
Sometimes,
really?
like I say, I'm more of a worker.
Yeah.
You notice the last couple of days I've been trying to get here, but I
Yeah.
couldn't because I've been working.
Yeah. What type of work
You
you
know
do?
what I'm saying?
What type of work you do?
I told you I'm a chef. I told you
Oh,
I'm a
yeah,
chef,
that's right,
and
that's
I
right.
also
Yeah, tell me.
work for, and I work for 2 usher companies. You see what I'm saying?
that's right, you-
I work for 1 usher company, but we work 2 or 3 different venues.
Oh, that's right. You the guy you say you work with all these Hispanics and shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. How that shit going?
Not too good.
Like,
You
what
know,
be the problem? Because I always hear about this shit, man. What be the problem?
because they always want to, talk Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish. So if I don't speak Spanish, and I'm a chef, how you gonna tell me what to do?
They
And
don't,
I don't understand what you're telling me what to do.
but they don't make them speak English at work.
No.
But
And I think that, and I think it's like that. And I've been cooking for 15 years,
yeah,
and I think it's like that all across the board. They would rather have Spanish people come in because then they pay them little underneath the table and everything like that.
oh, you think they be paying them on
You
the
see what
table
I'm
and
saying?
shit?
And they take the jobs. So when they take the jobs, they sit up there and they automatically most of your restaurants nowadays,
Yeah,
you're not seeing in the back. It's Spanish people back there cooking your food.
no shit.
Why not? I just picked up some chicken on the way home. I was walking past the setup and this guy was grilling and I just picked up what I needed.
Right there in front of 95 South.
That guy right there, but then also up on Eastern Parkway. There's a few guys going out.
How long have you been living in New York?
7 years.
7 years. Okay, damn. What do you do for a living right here?
Yeah, I work for a tech company that makes tools for video game developers. So people that want to make video games, we make the technology they use to make the video
Like
games.
what? Give me an example. I'm a software developer. So
I bet. Okay.
Yeah, so I understand.
I bet. Well, so we're building something new.
Okay,
It's
tell me
based
about
off of what you procedural tools.
Okay.
So these are like basically these series of algorithms that stack on top of each other,
Yeah.
and they use them to do like it started for like smoke and liquid effects in like Marvel movies, for example, like these big CGI movies.
Yeah.
Just like stacks these math on top of math and simulates these like effects.
Mm.
We're like. We think that's pretty cool, and then also with those tools, you can do a lot of shit. And so you can do a lot of stuff with these tools, and so we're like trying to make it easy for people to use them because it's like super complex math at this point. We're basically teaching AI how to operate these tools, and then give that to people who are making video games and animations, and they have like this incredible tool set at their like such overhead to bring it into their work life.
How did you get into this?
Dog, I was like so blessed and lucky to find my way into this. I was in the film industry for a long time. I was like grinding on movie sets. I got burnt out on that. It just like, took my whole life away. And I found myself. I met a guy who was starting this like tech company. We became friends. He invited me along for the ride. and that company fell apart. But then another friend of mine who happened to also be in the tech world kind of like saw me do that work and brought me on, and now I'm like in this whole game. It's wild.
There you go. That's a very interesting story.
Totally.
So how did you end up here at Crown Heights?
I mean, like for me, growing up in Jersey and looking across the water, it was like New York was always the answer, and for me, it was always Brooklyn too. Like I have roots in Brooklyn, my family's from Brooklyn. Like this is my place, and so like 7 years ago, I moved in. I started in Bushwick, and then I just kind of like bopped around a bunch of different neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And I found a great spot that I love to live in Crown Heights, and it's been a year, and Crown Heights is the shit.
What is your rent like here?
I'll be honest, I'm so blessed.
How are you so blessed? Tell me a bit.
So, by like super magical circumstances, I found myself with a rent-stabilized apartment, and so it's $1979 for like a really big space.
That's 2,000 for what? A 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom?
It's they call it a 1-bedroom because a couple of rooms don't have windows in them, so they can't count them as rooms legally.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the space, it's a 2-bedroom.
Okay, 2,000.
2,000.
Right. Okay, and what is someone in your industry? We have 44 people in the audience right now.
What up, guys?
What is someone in your industry make? You know, people are interested in these type of fields.
Yeah,
and many people don't live in New York, and this is all new to me. And I'm a software developer.
Totally, yeah. So
I know what you're talking about, though. The algorithm, the
it's
procedural.
really interesting stuff. And
Right.
look, like the truth is, I'm not a technical guy,
Right.
Like my job is to go to conferences and do YouTube videos and talk about
Really?
what we make. Yeah. I'm like the face man in a lot of ways. Like,
Yeah.
and I build community and I try to get people excited about this.
So you like pre-sales?
We're like entering into the sales process right now.
Okay,
We're like
yeah,
at a turning point.
All right.
And that's a lot of my job. And I'll say that like a lot of our tech people, people that are either like software engineers or what are called technical artists in video games and animation,
Okay.
and these people that use these procedural tools professionally,
Right.
they're making on the low end like $200,000 a year, and then up from there.
Yeah.
And I'm making a bit less than that, but it's still comfortable. Thank God.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. You have any social media you want to share?
Yeah. Okay. I don't have much personal, but follow the company. We're called Mythica. You can find us at mythica.ai on LinkedIn. MYTHICA. Mythica AI. We're on YouTube as well. We got YouTube videos that tutorialize all these tools. So if you're interested in like playing around with them, you're at home, you're like, maybe I'll get into video game development or something like that. Hit us up. Like we'll be your friends. You're on our Discord. Make it happen.
Someone asked me to ask you,
Please.
are you Catholic?
No, I'm Jewish.
Okay, you know he's Jewish. Man, you know, I'm from Alabama,
Yeah.
right? And I'm prefacing that by giving you context. I never met a Jewish person. I didn't even know what the hell. I don't know if I ever even heard of Jewish,
Totally.
right? Up until I moved to New York.
Yeah.
And crazy enough, my roommate and I had the same first name,
Yeah.
the same initials for the last name,
Okay.
but he was Jewish.
What's your name?
John Galt, but I can't tell you my real name. But anyway, let's just say his
bet.
initials were John Galt, right?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, pull up your phone and subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, why not?
We're gonna pull up your company, by the way.
All right, you're the best, bro.
This is a business channel, by the way.
I hear it.
I'm the urban landlord.
The urban landlord.
Right. You can pull it up on YouTube.
All right, on YouTube. Bird.
And we stream, which might surprise you. We stream 24 hours a day.
No way.
Every day.
You're streaming 24/7?
Every day, right? Hey, guys in the chat,
What's up?
let him know. Dude,
Let me know.
Right? And you know what's interesting, you know, as I said, I'm a software developer,
Yeah, hit me.
but I'm also a landlord, you know. So anyway, oh, damn.
Urban landlord?
Yeah. Oh, let me see if I can find it. It's you know, I'll be like, maybe I need to change this shit.
Jake, this is a cool setup you got out here. It's like you're live streaming from the street. This is sick.
Hey man, you know, like here I am, Red. Here, you know, I know the owner to the bar. Like
Yeah.
this shit ain't by happenstance, bro. You know, a lot. I know the owner. You know, I've been coming here for a long time.
No, but even like the equipment. Like,
Oh hell yeah, I paid for all this.
no,
shit.
I know, because like, look, I was looking at like live streaming, live podcasting gear like this at it for a minute, and like
Yeah.
to see you actually set it up, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like I don't play around. You know, if I'm gonna do it, like I wouldn't even at this point. Like I've gotten so used to the road podcast and all that. I don't even feel comfortable podcasting. You know, streaming from like
From like
without
a
it.
studio,
You know,
yeah. You gotta be out in the world.
Usually I'm in DC when
All
I
right,
stream.
bet.
So I have like my full road podcast. This is like my traveling one,
Yeah.
right? So it's small. You know, I can just move around with it very easily.
You're from DC?
I'm from Alabama originally,
Right,
but yeah.
right,
So
right,
damn. So I know why I'm headed here. All right, guys. I know you want to ask some questions, so I'll try to see if I can.
hit me with questions.
All
I'm
right,
ready.
all right.
I'm ready.
All right,
Whatever you got. Whatever you
All right,
got.
we about to jump into it, guys. I know you hate. And I'm going to allow some people to come up on the panel. I'm going to put the link in the chat.
Oh shit,
right?
we're on the panel. Let's go.
Right, you know, you laugh. And, you know, I'm going to be the moderator. And I'm going to start it off by prefacing something, right?
Yeah, man.
So, I'm in software, right?
Yeah.
And I deal with a lot of Indians. Or I've dealt with a lot of Indians,
Indians, okay.
right?
Yeah.
And there are some Jewish people. Some of the best software developers I work with were like Russian Jews,
Totally.
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see
And
that.
so, one of the guys, we still good friends. His name is Emil. Live in Sunset Park. And so, there's always this animus, and again, Alabama.
Dude,
Right?
hit me what you got.
So there's
I'm ready
always this
for it.
animus about Jewish people,
Yeah.
right? You've heard it, so when you know. And I've done a lot of streams about Indians,
Okay.
right? And Indians are very dominant people in certain industries.
Sure.
You know, I'm talking about the red dot.
Yeah.
And
Right.
what? Well, I'm just trying to like let it go. So you understand? Like,
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
look, I have a very good friend who's Israeli. Like,
Yeah. No, like,
Hey,
I'm not.
hey, this
I'm
motherfucker-
ready,
what
bro.
I'm saying,
Like,
like this motherfucker's hardcore. Like he want to go, you know, he want to.
I'm not like that, but I understand. I see that.
So anyway, so I preface it by saying, like, you know, I'm very fair.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even have an opinion. I've never been there, so right. But anyway, so you do know that a lot of people hate the Jewish people,
Yeah, it's always been that way.
right? And a lot of people express criticism, music industry, blah 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 blah. You know, I don't even listen to music, so I don't have a dog in the hunt. But how do you? Let's start with Palestine Gaza, this company.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going into it. Okay.
We'll start there. We're gonna rewind back. I want to go to the music. And honestly,
Let's fucking go, dog. Like, I'm here for this.
Do you not want to talk about it?
No, I'm so dead serious.
And again,
Like, let's go. Like,
and I don't have an opinion.
no.
Right? So
Like,
can
you
say
know,
what it be like. If
all right.
somebody else stole my money, oh, then I have to borrow you like, this motherfucker
run
be
it
stealing
out.
lighters, man. I tell you, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, I hate this stealing.
oh, wait, I might have your letter. That's on
Oh,
me.
okay. There you go. All right. It ain't even my lighter. Somebody stole my lighter.
I
All right.
totally had it in my pocket. I
All
do
right.
that.
All right. So let's get into this.
Okay.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 29.
You're the prime age. I got the mics up. Guys, we have a Jewish guy here willing to answer questions. If you put up reasonable questions, I'll answer you.
All right. I want to say before we get into this,
Yeah, go ahead.
I represent myself. I represent what I believe right now in this moment, and beliefs change and people change. I don't represent my people.
Mm.
I don't speak for Jewish people. I speak for myself and what I believe, and hopefully I can answer questions
All
people have.
right. First question. I think I can answer this question. You're Sephardic, right?
No, I'm not.
You're Ashkenazi.
I'm Ashkenazi.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
All right.
so let's
Someone
explain
had
that
question.
for people real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so there's there's many different types of ethnic type of Jewish people. The Jewish people at one point were consolidated in the Middle East, in the place that's currently called Israel and Palestine. We were consolidated there at one point, and then during multiple times throughout history, through various Romans and Babylonians, people conquering the land that was Israel, the Jewish people were thrown into diaspora. So they ended up in places like Iraq and Northern Africa, and even as far down as Kenya, and then also up into Europe, into like Russia and Ukraine and Germany. And so these different regions of Jewish people in the diaspora, which we call it, are the Ashkenazi, who are like the Europeans, the Sephardics, who are the North Africans, and then the Mizrahi, who are Middle Eastern.
Why do you think the Jewish people get so much hate?
So I think that's an interesting question, and here's what I think. And again, it's just my personal life. I think that the Jewish people, but the truth is that I think that we're very small and also very mighty. And that's just a truth that's always been true about Jewish people. And I think that I personally have a theory that comes from a deep place of family values and education. You know, so something that I think is unique to Jewish people, and I think this is a lot of reason that we've been very successful wherever we end up in terms of economics and like being a part of things, is that Jewish people throughout history have, especially men and young men, have been required at a young age to learn how to like read the Torah, which is our sacred text. And because they need to learn how to like read this very intricate text at a young age, the Jewish people have always put a tremendous emphasis on education. And so every Jewish person is like super well educated, and it's been that way for thousands of years. And so I think that fact alone has given us a leg up in terms of just like being part of the world. And then wherever we go, you know, we kind of have that culture. And then we also are very small. Like there's only 10 million Jewish people in the entire world. Like we're small people. And so I think that like when you're small, but also when you are, you know, a part of the economy, when you're like really moving things, then conflict will like be inevitable. And I think that we've seen that cycle over and over and over again.
But why do you think Jewish people have been able? Wait, let me back up.
Sure.
Like I was showing things, and it may be an Alabama thing.
Yeah, hit me.
So I may say Jews instead of Jewish.
I'm not stressing it.
I'm saying
No,
is
no.
that offensive in general?
No, I don't think. No,
Okay.
it's not offensive.
Because I don't want to say that to like.
No. Like, yeah,
right?
no. These are all good words.
Like I'm just asking you.
A Jewish person is someone who is Jewish, and then I would say you can say Jewish
Jews,
people, but also Jews. I think.
It's that plural.
Look, if you say Jews, you're like the Jews, like yeah, then like there's something off with that. But if you're like
Like
just talking
saying the
in a normal sentence, exactly, it's a normal sentence.
It's like saying the blacks.
Yeah, but like
offensive?
yeah, exactly. But if you were just to like refer to Jewish people as Jews, like facts, like that's a true fate. That's a true statement.
Let me ask you this: did you move to this neighborhood because it's largely Jewish?
No, I moved to this neighborhood because I've been looking for months for a new apartment, and I found the place that I described to you that was rent stabilized. I found it through a realtor on Craigslist, and I had never seen an apartment that was so affordable and so big in New York, and so I jumped on that shit.
Have you ever been to Israel before?
Yes,
How many times?
once.
What does they call that when you go back to Israel?
So when I think what you're asking is when a non is Aliyah, yeah. So when a non-Israeli person, it's not go to Israel, but when they like take up Israeli citizenship, when they like get an Israeli passport and become a part of the Israeli world, they call that making Aliyah. Aliyah means in Hebrew like to arise or to come up. Historically, it's been used to describe like going up in front of the congregation to read the Torah for people. So if I go up to like read the Torah, that's called making an Aliyah. And so that's the history of that.
You know, someone played me an interview from Donald Sterling
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you probably don't watch the sports much, do you?
No, I don't. I never have. It's been like
Really?
I've never been interested.
Yeah, I hear you. Me, I'm not much. But this is more or less about business.
Hit me. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but hit me with the quote.
Damn. Can someone put that link in the chat, by the way? We have 50 people, 41 people in the audience, by the way. And I would love for you, if I had headphones, I didn't bring them because I have trouble with all this shit, right?
That's cool.
And so I would love for you to hear this quote. So I'm going to paraphrase it.
Please.
So basically, Donald Sterling was criticizing Magic Johnson. I'm going to put
I
your
know
mic
Magic
down.
Johnson, sure.
Yeah, I'm going to put your mic down just so all the feedback. So for the audience. So Donald Sterling was criticizing Magic Johnson, and he said something that I couldn't help but admire, right? And it was about the Jewish people. And he said the Jewish people loan money to each other interest free. Are you familiar with that at all?
Yeah. Okay, so I mean that's probably true. I don't know about that specifically, but definitely Jewish people go into business together. I think in part because there is kind of this like tribal mentality in like the literal sense, like you know, like by being Jewish. And the thing about being Jewish is that the Jewish people have never sought converts in the way that other religions have, and so and it's actually quite hard to convert to Judaism if you want to. People can, but it's a difficult process. And so for the most part, if you're a Jewish person that exists today, more likely than not, you're related by blood to other Jewish people. It's really a family mentality amongst Jewish people. And
so what mentality?
So what was that?
You said so what mentality?
So I think the mentality is that like other Jewish people are family, and so when going into business, it's less about like competing with each other and more about bringing each other up. And so if I see a buddy of mine struggling financially, but I see that he's like working hard and that he's trying to make money and that he's like, you know, growing a business, wherever it is, like I'm more likely to say like, hey, like here, take this money to float you, because I trust him, because like I feel like he's a part of my world. Yeah, exactly.
Do you think other groups should be that way?
I think that other groups should make choices that are right for them. And I think that in general in the world, both within our groups and between our groups, the more trust, the better.
Let me ask you this: are you familiar with like the Crown Heights riots? Yeah, I know I'm jumping all over.
Crown Heights riots? No. I'm actually not.
All right, well, I won't even cover that. Man, you know, one of the reasons why I'm probably jumping all over the place is because so many people feel censored on YouTube and Twitter and things like that.
Yeah.
When you say something about Jewish people, like even on here on my channel. Yeah. People will say something like, instead of saying Jewish, they'll say small hats. You notice I'm saying Jewish. Because I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, I got a job. I got to live.
Is it small hats? Is that what they said?
They're talking about the Yama.
I know what they're talking about. I've never heard that term in my life.
He's heard it before. Guys, like, hit the Cash App.
Hit the Cash App.
Right, because, like, again, we're bringing you content you never get to see. Like, I got this guy right here. He's being brutally honest. All you motherfuckers that talk about Jewish people in the chat, and now you got a Jewish guy here, and you mute in the audience. Like I just pulled your card. Right?
We just pulled the card. We just pulled that card out, dog.
What? You know what? Let me put the link in the chat. Any of you motherfucking Jewish haters. I got a Jew. Can I call you a Jew?
Yeah, you call me a Jew. I'm a Jew. That's what I am, guys.
All right. Like, they won't hit the link, bro.
Yeah, it's next level.
Because you are a very intelligent person, I can tell, right? Now we got to thumb him up. Let's see. We're gonna bring him up for a question. No, that's not. Somebody just joined, but he like to say the nigger word. Right? Like all he like.
I can't get into that one.
So we need someone who want to ask. Anybody want to ask a Jew a question? Right? I want to make you hit the cash app for this shit.
Yeah, the cash.
But I let you do it for free because
That's a deal, guys.
if you want to ask a Jewish person a question, you got it right here, right? And he ain't gonna be here much longer. So get on here now. All right. We might have one. Let's see. Yeah, what's up? Do you
What's
want
up, John?
person a question?
Yes. Thanks, John, for giving me this opportunity to talk to a real life small hat. So the question that I have is about circumcision because
got you up, lasagna killer. Do you want to ask a Jewish person a question?
yes. Wait, can you hear me?
You got it. Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me on, John. And then the small hat person, thanks for being on. I always wondered about this.
See, this one, they can't even say Jewish. They said the small hat person. But go ahead. I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
What is it with the small hats and circumcision?
Okay. All right. He wants to know.
Yeah.
What is it with the small hats and circumcision?
Oh, okay. All right. So this is stuff for like. Look, there's a lot of stuff in Judaism that I don't know so much about, right? Because like there are people who, not even people, there are generations of people, thousands of years who have been like going through the Torah and like picking out these little details and then making like what are halacha or like rules based off of them. So like I don't know exactly where the halacha for wearing a yarmulke comes from. I know that like spiritually for me, when I wear a yarmulke and I do sometimes like, so I'm actually like, I'm not like crazy Jewish, but I'm like pretty Jewish in my way. And every morning I pray. And
Nice,
I wear a
nice.
yarmulke, I pray. And for me, the reason that I do it is because it's humbling God. There's something above me. You know, like I'm like kind of held on top of myself, and that's there's a humility to that. And I think that's for me, that's where the yarmulke comes from. I don't know exactly the details. I'm a more Jewish person, I know.
What about the circumcision?
Yeah. The circumcision. It says that in the Bible for sure. It says like when Abraham makes his covenant with God, that like creates the Jewish people. It involves circumcision for some reason. Like it was one of God's rules that like in order for a Jew to be a Jew, they have to be circumcised. I don't know why. Like I can't speak for that, but it's true. I'm circumcised.
All right. We got another question.
Hey, me.
All right. Let me bring him up. Beef and broccoli, what's up? You got a question?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Yes, sir. Beef and brock.
What's your name?
And it's Samuel. Hello.
And it's Samuel.
Do you want to put my last? I don't want to put my last name on here.
It's Samuel, right there.
Yeah, let's just hit on Samuel.
Sam.
Beef and broccoli, what's your name? What question you got?
No, it's only beef and brock and not broccoli. Just
Right.
brock.
Come on now. Go ahead.
Beef and brock. I'm finna step on people's heads. No, I'm serious. No, so like I was really concerned about like his endeavors with startups, and I was very curious as to like how and where he got to start, and then how he was actually able to keep up the longevity of because either he did or didn't say it, but B, bounce from startup to startup to startup. Now, what I'm curious is, was there some like level of nepotism? Like, is there some like level of shaking on the backhand end where like flamingly the family, like, hey, I have a son that needs a job. He's bright. Are you guys doing this? Or like, is it like bootstrap mentality? Are you just like picking it up off of every, and then B on top of that, I hear a back sense of media. So like, I'm very curious as to like whether or not you're like in the visual effects, because you talk a lot about unity.
Right. Hold on. Let me see if I can break it down. Because you asking like a compound question. The first
Yes, sir. Sorry.
I'm gonna ask is, was there any nepotism involved in you being able to sustain your career?
Oh,
Be truthful.
that's an interesting question. No, I mean, yes, maybe. Okay. So at first, no. Like, so I spent 7 years working in the film industry, like grinding on movie sets and
Yep.
producing.
See Unity. That's why I bring it up. Visual effects, because I know exactly where you're at. So I'm listening. I'm very curious.
Film life, there was never any at all nepotism. I struggled all the way through. It pretty much sucked the whole way. But I mean, look, if making films is fun, so I can't complain. And then yes, I was very blessed. I like met a guy while working in film who was starting a tech company that had nothing to do with being Jewish. And he invited me to join his company, and it was a huge blessing. That company ended up not working out for me personally, but the being like invited into the tech world was just it kind of came out of nowhere, and it was really great.
So from a passions perspective, if you had to rate one industry over the other, which one would you prefer the most? And then I'm also
Beefing Brock, what's the
yes,
next?
sir.
Give me another real concise question.
Oh no, I wanted to talk about his career, like being in media,
Okay.
and how he transitioned from like being from film and then transitioning into tech.
Okay. All right, hold on. I want to know, how did you transition from media to tech?
Yeah, so okay, so it's really a crazy story. So I was trying to get this movie funded. We were making a short film that was like way more expensive than we thought we could afford. And so what I was doing was I was going to like cryptocurrency meetups in New York City, like a bunch of people who like do cryptocurrency shit. And I was going to these meetups and try to like basically find somebody who had a ton of money and be like, hey, invest in our movie. That was like totally the goal. It never worked out that way, but I ended up meeting this one guy at the cryptocurrency meetup. We became friendly, and then 6 months later, I was working for him, and I was just like we had struck a relationship, and it felt like there was something cool. What I did do was I was really interested in him because he was doing AI stuff. Like this was years ago before we were even talking about AI, and I was like, this shit is cool. And so what I did was made a little documentary about him, just because I was interested in it. And that
John Galt.
So much that's kind of like got us working together in the long run.
So I love everything that you're saying, and I'm hearing it like wholeheartedly, but you're very talented and you do what you do. So if I were to take what you're doing and I want to take it back to my community and give it to the kids that are like impoverished, how do I do that? What should I do?
Do you have a more concise question? I mean, or I can paraphrase it for you.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, how do I make it malleable for kids that aren't necessarily in a community where like these things are normal, but I want to make it more normal. So how do I make it cool for the kids that think that it's not cool?
Okay, I think I have an idea of what you're saying. Okay, so what he's saying is, how can he replicate the success in the Jewish community, the success that you have in, say, the Black community?
Trust. Honestly, like I think that, and I think that the Jewish people struggle with, like, it's not. No one's perfect, and I wouldn't say that we're perfect or anyone is perfect. I think that the things that have set the Jewish people apart economically have been, like I said, our focus on education and our trust for each other.
So John Galt, how can I establish?
Hold on, I'm gonna try to ask the questions a little bit based upon his answer and based upon my understanding of the world. I am the urban landlord, by the way. I'm John Galt. And so here's what I think what you said about trust. If you needed $50,000, let's just make it a small number. If you needed $25,000 right now, could you go get it? And if you could, where would you go get it?
How about this, John Galt? Like, hey, can I interrupt? So, like, say therefore, my mom's a physician. She's already retired. She's retired.
Hold on.
Okay, all right.
Because I'm going somewhere here with this. All right,
I got you. I'm following you.
You're saying, like some emergency happens, I need to come up with some cash.
No, what I'm saying is, if you wanted to start up, if you had some idea and you wanted to start up a business, right?
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't be so easy. I mean, 25,000 is like a small enough number that if I was like super, super passionate about it, had like a great plan, I think that I could probably go to like a few of my uncles and cousins and stuff and like scrounge it up. But even then it would be pretty tough. And I would have to have like a fucking business plan. Like my family's like that. If they wanted to give me money, they'd have to be like, okay, like how are we gonna do this? But like that, no one's ever done that in my family, to be honest. But I think it could maybe happen. I think that like,
how about your friends?
I don't have any friends that'll lend me 25K.
Can I propose a situation?
Please.
So say if he had a mom that like was a doctor, right? And she retired and she's doing telemedicine, but her passion is baking.
Hold on. What's your question again? What's your question again?
Oh, for me or for him?
No, for you.
Okay, all right, cool. So what I'm saying is if he was me and he had a mom that was a physician that retired, that is still doing telemedicine, just, haphazardly, but he wants to get her into a baking business, how would he go about the funding? Who would he talk to? What community? Like, is there a community? Will he just go to a bank and say, hey, Bank of America, I need a loan?
How much loan are you talking about here?
$500,000.
Well, I think he's already told you that he'd have a problem getting 50,000, right? You'd have a problem getting 50,000, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You should say that again.
For sure, 100%. Like just finding 50 grand, yeah, it'd be tough.
$500,000 would be even harder, right?
Definitely, like I've got to go to like fucking like venture capital investors and shit. Like I don't even know how to do that. Like that's a lot of money.
Yeah. And you make less than 200,000, you say?
Yeah, I do. Like do this stuff.
Okay, less than 200,000.
I make half of him.
What does your family do for a living?
Yeah, my dad is a doctor.
Right, we in the same boat.
Your mom is a what?
Preschool teacher.
We're literally in the same boat.
This guy says you and him are literally in the same boat.
Yo, what's up, dog?
I guess he has a parent that's a doctor.
Oh shit!
And a parent of school teacher. He's a black guy though. Right?
Amazing.
He's the one that has all the questions for you right now.
That's amazing. All right. Let's get it going.
All right, well, we got another person just jumped on the panel here. Hey, look, man, listen. Where is that motherfucker?
Galt, I'm dropping down, Galt. Thank you. Tell him I said it's been cool.
Listen, this motherfucker writes his mother posts on Twitter. I was on his Twitter today. Right?
Yeah.
And all that shit was Jewish people.
Yo, Righteous Muffin, let's talk. Like I'm
Where
here for you.
Where the fuck is Righteous Muffin? Like, we're calling him out, right? Like, we're calling him out. Hey, sweetheart, can you do me a real serious favor? Would you go buy me a double Coors Light?
It's Caribbean weekend.
Let me do it again, right here. Wait, do it again. You going about the store, you know, for me.
That's all, baby.
Hey, that's why we can't have shit. That's why we can't. I can't even get a beer, let alone $25,000. we just had someone that joined the panel. So we got another Jew questioner here. Let's see who we got here. One of y'all? No, it's not mine. I think that was Big D's drink. All right. Let's see. I'm going to bring up. Okay, let me look at the question. Whatever you want to talk about. Right now, we're talking to a Jewish guy, and we got. Oh, hey, you know what?
What's the Jewish? What's the topic?
I just said that, so it's got.
Well, listen. While I'm waiting on questions from the audience, here's what I want to talk about. Like, all right, here's what I want to.
Give me the realness.
What do you think about? Damn, it's loud. Hey, hold on, I'm gonna turn your mic down, and when you get ready to answer, I'll turn it back up. All right, what are your thoughts about like all the censorship around Jewish people?
What does that mean? But I don't even know what you're referring to be honest.
All right. So, you know, like, if you post something, like, there's a reason why people are saying small hat to get around the algorithm of saying Jewish, right?
Oh, really?
And you've heard about Kanye West, his little saga, right? Right? You heard about Kanye West, right?
Yeah.
You heard about who Nick Fuentes? You ever heard of Nick Fuentes? He's kind of crazy.
Probably.
All right.
Yeah, all these guys that like say some anti-Jewish shit. I've heard about it.
E. Michael Jones, right? You know, and so what do you think about like? And again, I don't know. You know, you exert your force as you can.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Jewish people being able to exert such force on people in terms of
I can't speak to that. I don't know about that. I'll say this. I'll say that. Look, I'm sure it's in a lot of ways feels very similar for the Black community as well. I can say that the memory and the legacy of the Holocaust is very present in the minds of every Jewish person, especially Jewish people of a generation older than me. But even in my generation, like we're educated about this from a very young age. And so I think that the Jewish people are very sensitive to like being called out or being isolated as Jewish. Because it like really brings up this like deep trauma response that comes from the horrors of the Holocaust, and so I think that when people feel threatened, they will do anything in their power to protect themselves and their people.
Oh, I got a good question. All right. Someone wants to know, what do you think about Black Israelites and them saying that they are the chosen people?
That's trash.
I was just thinking about this today because I walked past a Black Israelite in the street, and I was like, "This guy seems cool." And I know that I don't know. The truth is, I don't know what they believe. I actually have no idea what a Black Israelite believes, but I don't know. I like anyone who's like down to wear a Star of David, so like I'll chat with them.
Let's see what else we got here. Well, what were they saying? They probably was talking about the Jews, though, right?
He was just walking down the street, but he was like he had the whole getup, like, but he wasn't like out there preaching. So I don't know what his deal was.
What do you think about the Holocaust deniers?
I think that it's that one's pretty dumb. Like that one's like saying slavery didn't happen. Like straight up, like there's facts on that. Like the Holocaust happens.
You know what they're saying, though, right? They're saying that it wasn't. The numbers are exact, right? You know what I'm talking about. I don't think they're saying that it didn't happen. Hold on, let me turn your mic.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I don't know the numbers. Like I wasn't around in 1948 to count dead bodies, right? But like, okay, what I will say for sure is that the Nazis definitely rounded up Jews, brought them to concentration camps, and systematically murdered them. That's a fact. That memory lives on in many people, and it's a horrific trauma.
John, go.
Okay, hold on. What's up? You got a question?
I took a cruise to the Inca, the Mayans.
Yeah, you got to make it concise because he probably had somewhere to go, right? So make it concise.
Okay, no, I'm just saying, like, everyone goes through that specific level of tragedy. Like, okay, like, cool, it's a thing. Like, it's 2024 right now. Like, they're trying to literally re-social engineer people's thinking. So therefore, if I'm going to be on like the whole tragic thing, everybody suffered tragedy. So okay, let's take the tragedy and put it in your back pocket.
All right. What make it? You got shit. I know. Yeah, Nick. Give me a question. You got any questions, or is that just a comment?
Yeah, no. That was one comment. I'll come back with a question in like 2 seconds.
So what he's saying is, everybody has tragedies.
Sure.
Why is your tragedy so damn important?
I would say every tragedy is important.
It's coming from a black man.
And the people who live in the legacy of it. And it doesn't, no one tragedy is more or less tragic than the other. This happens to be ours and our history, and other people have theirs, and neither are more or less valid. They all just are.
Man, I'm really glad you decided to sit down here with me because,
here too, brother.
man, like most people have that fire for the Jewish people, but when they everyone sit down with them, I'm waiting.
What's his name? What's his name?
Daniel, right?
Samuel.
I'm sorry, damn, Samuel.
Samuel.
Yeah.
Do you believe in prayer, brother?
All right, we got 2 more questions.
2 more questions, guys. 2 more questions.
John,
No, I said, do you believe in prayer?
Yeah, he said he prays every day, Virgo.
Okay. So do you wanna sing with me?
Hold on, Master Kim, you got a question? You got any question, Master Kim? We're trying to get a good one.
Yes, absolutely. Can you please ask Samuel that having attorneys and maybe a lot of financial people with very strong financial backgrounds in their community that helps them make just the best business decisions, even if it's a very small business like a flower shop, they're getting the absolute best advice imaginable because so many of their people are licensed, skilled professionals, attorneys and all.
I'll ask you that right now. Skilled financial people, doctors, lawyers, accountants, helps Jewish people, excel in business.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I said, it's like the Jewish people have always had a cultural emphasis on education, and that has allowed for them to flourish for many years. And I think that's the case in any age. Like no matter what era of history you're in, if you're educated, if you know how to heal the sick, if you know how to like handle the law, if you know how to move money, like these are powerful skills, and so I think that learning them grants a person and a people tremendous gifts.
Daniel. Do you want to sing with me? Do you want to sing Hava Nagila with me?
We got one more. I got my co-host up here.
Hey, John, do I get to ask a question now?
Yeah, but hold on. I got my co-host up here. HP, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, Sam.
Yo.
I got my co-host. Hold on, let me turn my mic on. I got my co-host up here. Hey, HB, what's going on, man?
Hey,
Man, we gotta do a show together, man. One of these days you get us some time off, man. We do it Brooklyn, New York. You know, Brooklyn, DC, don't matter to me. But hey, man, you got a question. I got a Jewish guy up here, man. He up here, righteous muffin that motherfucker Wayne. Jump on the panel, bro.
hey, John, I just got one question. I wanted to know why did
we have no righteous muffin in the house?
We're righteous muffin.
Oh no, you got me, dude. I'm worse. Don't worry.
The righteous muffin be out here tweeting this shit. Righteous muffin be out here tweeting this shit about the
Hey,
Jews.
John.
Who is that talking?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, HB, what's up, HB?
Hey, ask him why did Hitler kill the Jews instead of enslaving them instead?
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. He wants to know why did Hitler kill the Jews instead of enslaving them?
Well, that's a crazy question. I don't know. I've never been inside of Hitler's mind. I don't know that answer.